Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance.
Good afternoon. Today is the 19th of March and this is part 9 of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Practical Classic Car and Restoration Show here at VNEC in Birmingham. Yes, I've filmed 8 parts for you. It's over 2 days so far. I don't know how many we're going to end up having. I think it's going to be more than 10. But just the way it goes on this channel, because we like to film as much as we possibly can. I do apologise in advance if I fall over, if I get interrupted by lots of background noise and announcements and all kinds of things like that. And yes, I do often get things wrong as well. It's just the way that things go on this channel. So here we are at the Practical Classic stand itself in Hall 5. And this is a Jetson Interceptor 2. Big prize to V8 and things like that in these. This one is a 71. So it's quite close to the one that was used in the Protectors. That was on a J plate. I don't know if it was on a K. So yeah, very close in age to the one used to protect by Robert Vaughan in 1972 to 73. This is 37 Austin Ruby Special from 1937. I might have said 1937 twice to you. I do apologise. It's just the way that it goes when you've been filming an awful lot of stuff over over a short amount of time. MGA, very nice. Let's see what type this is. It's a 1600. This one, equipped with lots and lots of back issues of magazines. What year is it? 1960. There we go. 1960. Excellent. Yes, but I think 56 to 62. I think MG8. Viewers, some tasty treats here on the Renault Owners Club stand. Yes. Renault 21 GTS from 1991. One of the only cars I know that actually accepted both transverse and longitudinal engines. Crazy. It's facelift one. Years and years ago I went on a French exchange and this was the car that I was taken around in. I left to drive one of these. It was a facelift hatchback Renault 21. The hatchback wasn't sold until the facelift. Very rare cars now. Same thing of the era. Renault 25. Again a facelifted one. Not sure what year this is. Just got information put it up there. Yeah, it's a 1990 TXE 2-litre automatic. Very nice. I just got one of these little things you got in France in 1990. That's nice. Renault 19, a 3 facelift one. 3-door, the 3 doors are rarer than the 5 doors. Wow, that's in pretty nice condition actually. I wonder if those number plates are actually the original ones. It's probably not, because it is right-hand drive. It's got a tax sticker from 1990. It's probably 89-90 then, and that's just for show. Because I thought by 93 they facelifted the 90. I'd like to try one of these on my channel. I've driven several Mark 1 Megans, but I haven't driven a 19. 1.4 Energy. Yes, it's not the Crayon Font engine. A late Mark 1 Renault 5. This one 83-84 plate. It's a GTL, this one. It's a GTL. It's a TL. 83. See what I mean, viewers, about getting things wrong? It's just the way it goes on this channel. How about some micro cars? We have Trojan Bubble car. I think it was built in Croydon or something like that. I forget what year. It's early 60s, I think. These one having a bit of restoration. Based on, I think, the Heinkel, that's it, yeah, Heinkel was the German original, and the Trojan was a licensed built copy. What have we got here? Is that a Foldermobile? No, it's a Meadows Frisky, sorry, not a Foldermobile. I get confused about these things. The size of it is so tiny. And you've got a Frisky Sprint. Yes. Probably got some enormous amount of power in it as well. And suicide doors as well. What more could you ask for? Here's one that's having a little bit of restoration. And there's a Frisky Sport from 1957. Wow. Extraordinary. Yeah, good old Meadows. Those Friskies. Are they suggesting that you try to get 3 people in there? Because it looks a little bit tight. Ooh. Yeah, some more Trojans and Heinkels. This will be a Trojan because it's right-hand drive. So your feet are they're the crash crumple zone. So just be a bit careful when you're driving one of these. A little bit on the careful side. It's obviously a Heinkel, so it's still got the chimney on the side. Ooh. Vauxhall Victor FDs, yes please. And this is an FE as well, this is an FE though. The FT's over there. These were used in a lot of ITC series in the 1970s and 70s, let's use early 70s. It's just things like the Ventoras and Protectors and Renault Hocket Deceased and Department S. But the FEs in particular would have been things like the Ventura. By the end of FE production, they weren't called the Victor and Ventura anymore, they were just called the VX 18 and 2300 series. I think this is a really late one on a T. I think they finished production in 78, so that's a very, very late one. I don't know whether that's a 1.8 or 2.3 though. This is a Ventura, so it's an earlier one of the FE shape. Yeah, big 50 for the FE Victor and Ventura and the VX 800 and 2300. So with the big 6-cylinder engine and all this luxury trim, although it didn't seem to get you electric windows, which is a bit of a shame, I think. It's a bit busy today. Oh no, this isn't an FD at all. I do apologise, this is FE only. What is this stand called then? I got a bit confused, I do apologise viewers. I keep making these mistakes. There's a reason why it's called Shambolic Shuffles. So this is a Victor estate. It's a relatively early one on an end, so about 74. It's quite a nice shape. It sort of reminds me of the HC Viva as well, that's no surprise. Let's have a look at some Vivas and Bedford HAs and things like that. Dormobile type, fingers there, sorry viewers. Dormobile type HA. The 68, 69 plate, this one. The thing is with these is that the HA shape lasted in van form until 1983, whereas the HA had been discontinued in favour of the HB in 66 for the passenger car version. So this is a HA 130, known as Bluebell it seems, 73, 74 plate. I think it was a post office and later British Telecom who kept buying these, that's why they kept making them. Back of there is HC Viva in a very, very period shade of yellow. Another HA here that's been very, very heavily modified. Wow, that is definitely not standard. Probably not got that old OHV engine in it, I imagine. It's probably got something much more exciting under there. Yes, it has. Wow. I've seen that yellow Viva around before. Another HA here in remarkably nice conditions, being all sort of spruced up and everything. Obviously, the engine's can accept far, far, far larger displacements than 1256cc. Let's have a look at these Calibras here whilst we're here. Cool. Is that a beige leather interior? Yes, it is. I do like a nice beige leather interior views. So facelifted Calibra. I'm not sure the specification of this particular one. Those are the original alloys, I think, for this car. Another facelifted one here. What's that yellow thing mean? I'm not sure, viewers. You have to tell me, because I don't know. Yeah, it must be a late one. It's got a later gear knob on it, so 96, something like that. So for some reason, all the ones in the previous stands are the later ones, the later facelifted ones. And 2 out of 3 with beige leather interiors, feels. I do like a nice beige leather interior, very nice. Gosh, it is busy here today, viewers. It's very, very nice. What it collector model for Cleaver Turbo's final farewell, so it's a really late one. Okay, so it's a 2-litre turbo. Very nice. I think we will also find round here some more Cavaliers here. Cavalier and Chevette Club. No Chevette's here today, but yes, Mark 1 Cavalier Sports Hatch. Look at this. There's actually 3 Mark 1 Cavalier Coupé stroke Sport Hatches here today. Lovely period colour, beautiful condition, 78, 79 plate. Very, very nice. Mark 3 Cavalier GSI 2000. That'll be quick, viewers. Pre-facelift. I think that's a red top engine, but I could be wrong about that. Another Mark 1 Cavalier Sport Hatch. Relatively late one, so 80, 81 plate on this. That's really, really nice. I don't know whether I prefer this one, the other one. I might have said Sport Hatch earlier, but it is Sports Hatch. I do apologise, it's just the way it goes with this channel sometimes. So here is the 2CV Club of Great Britain. Sure Ian Seabrook knows them very well from the Hubnut channel. 76, 77 plate, this 2CV. Some leather roof open for me. Looks relatively luxurious for one of these. They're not really the most luxurious of cars. This is 2CV6. Does that mean it's the 602cc? And of course we've got the Fiora's only specification type car, but I don't think those had yellow roofs. I could be wrong though. There was actually a 007 special edition released in 81 to coincide with the film. And that's one of the first cars I ever filmed in the Shambolic Shuffles. It's actually on the thumbnail for the first ever Shambolic Shuffle, which was done in 2019 at the London Classic Car Show. But this is in absolutely amazing condition. So 7980 plate on this. It looks more orange on camera, it's actually yellow. Level 1 here, this is left-hand drive. I don't know where has this come from. 78, 79 plate. Ventoras, what country is that from then? I think this might belong to that gentleman who owns Pink 2CV, Jono. I could be completely wrong though, but it might be. And here's one, just like another yellow one. It's also 7980 plate. Probably similar specification. This one's got a different coloured roof. Just see if it's a club as well as the other one is. Yeah, it's a 2CV6 club. Peter Crubb, that's an appropriate name on the plate. Needs a little bit of a wash. Ooh, more Citroen loveliness. Another DS, facelifted one with the swivelling headlamps. This is 6970 plates, left-hand drive. Most of them in this country now do seem to be left-hand drive, and they've got some live running demonstrations that you can show the car running around. Ooh. I mean, show the suspension working. CX, it's a UK spec one as well. Again, 7980 plate CX Athena. someone who's a fan of Ian Seabrook's channel, and I don't blame them because I'm also a fan of the channel. Look at that crazy dashboard in this phase 1 example. Don't know much about these, to be honest with you, in comparison with a lot of other people, but yes, they're always nice to see, of course. An H-van, I don't know what year that is. I mean, there we go, there's the date range from when these were made, 47 to 81. Who knows? A friend of mine actually has got one of these. Not very fast, apparently. Let's move on to the... Is that the Y register? Yes, it's the early production R50 Minis. We have got one that's on a Y plate. The Y plates were only really for press purposes or for dealer demonstration, sort of technical sales training. So yeah, there we go, the Y plate one. Mr. Richardson, for you is driving, has one of them, of course. His was registered up at dealer, I think, in Yorkshire. There are ones around that were registered by BMW in the UK. 51 was the sort of first of customer cars like this one. These, I think, are all Coupés as far as I can see. And this one's only got 80,000 miles on it. There is a review of Mr. Richardson's Mini, which is actually that one there. It's that very car that I have driven. It's on No Budget Reviews. If you look that up, I'm afraid I probably won't remember to link that in the description. I do apologise for that. Just the way that it sort of goes when you're filming an enormous number of videos very close together. So yes, a bit of a later one. This is the Cooper S, 2002, with the air intake. These had an engine called the Tritec engine that was a sort of collaboration between BMW and Chrysler. I think as well though, a lot of the earlier ones, I'm not sure about the Cooper S, certainly with the Coupers, it's I think about 2003, used the old Rover Peugeot kind of R65 gearbox in them. So yeah, another Cooper S from 2002. I don't think this is the Jockey for Works, no it's not. More Mini rated stuff, a Midas Gold Mark III Coupe on a Q plate. Yes, I'm not sure with these, if they're on Q plates, what year they are. This says it's an 88, so around then. I imagine this would be a 1275 or something like that. But yeah, based on Mini running gear, although bits from Metros and all kind of stuff eventually. It's supposed to be sort of spacious in a way there. I mean, that's not seats, that's just the luggage area, so not too bad. Another Midas here, more Q plates. One of them, this is a Midas Mark II. So it was built in 1989. That one was actually built by somebody. The red car there was factory constructed. This is actually the later one. Are those headlamps from the Rover 100 or something? Midas Mark IV by Cortez. Ah. So this J registration. I wonder why that is. It says this one was launched in '95. I'm slightly confused, viewers, but never mind. Yes, good old Metro door handles and Metro dash and Metro switches and Metro gear knob and all kinds of exciting things. Some other modified cars. So the Norwich Classic Vehicle Club. Oh, it's a Mini Cabrio. These are really rare, actually. It's very rare. This is a 94. I think they only made these for a couple of years in the early 90s. Interesting. Maybe Mr. Bill from Wild Wheels would like to get his... No, sorry, Fuel Power. Fuel Power it is now. Used to be Wild Wheels. Would like to get his hands on one of these. Triumph. This is a TR3. Yeah, it's a TR3. It actually says on the plate there. TR3, so late 50s. Oh, Mark 1 Celica. Yes, please, viewers. We like that. Having a little bit of restoration. 72, 73. They were sold over here, actually. I don't know if this is a UK spec one or a Japanese one. But yeah, the ST model. There was a lift back. This is, I think, a notchback 2-door. And then this will be, I don't know if it's a Unos. It's a Mark 1 MX-5, it's on the description. I don't think it's a UK spec one, I think it's probably a Unos. I've actually driven one of these, an automatic. I drove that last year on the channel. Oh wow, that Midas has got Mark II Cavalier rear lights. Brilliant. Yeah, it's a Unos. And I enjoyed myself very much, although the camera actually fell off the mount when I was driving it. So there we go. It's another car that you'll see reviewed on the channel, and yet I probably will forget to put it in the description below. I do apologise. Consequence of doing so many videos. So Sporting Bears is here. I'm afraid we're not going to have a chance to have a go on the Sporting Bears experience, but you can drive a wide range of cars, including, well, not drive, we have a passenger ride in a wide range of cars, including TVR about that. Renault 5 Turbo 2, Lotus Europa. That looks like it's a Jag, unless that's a Panther, I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But there we go, and a Maserati as well. Let's just have a look at some of these Beetle beach buggies. It's kind of a bit silly for me to tell you what registration date these would be, because so many of these have been taken from an original donor car. A Dune Buggy. Dune. Oh, viewers, I like to amuse myself sometimes. Middle Mini Club. Ooh, Mini HL. It's on the sort of under Austin Morris, the BL hierarchy. It's an automatic. It's quite a high spec one. Yeah, it's an 81 Mini HL Auto. 28,000 miles from you. As Mr. Bill from Fuel Power says, this could be yours. Another Mini here. This is a Clubman Estate. It's had a few modifications. It's got, I don't know what, well, it's Dunlop alloy wheels on it. That's very good. I think that steering wheel is off a later car though, as far as I know, and possibly also the gear lever. I could be wrong though. Another Clubman Estate. This time in, I think this colour is called Vermilion, from what I remember. Which later one though. It's a V, so 7980. More crazy beach buggies. Like to put the name of that one. Wow, that's a very typical colour from the era. There's a 6869, typical of that. Right, let's get over to another area we haven't explored yet. The long buckbeard surrounding villages, vintage and classic car, sort of classic vehicle meet. Excellent, and lovely classic here, Rover 100 with the Shepherd's Crook handbrake. I have actually driven one of these, viewers, last year on Sensible Second-Hand Classics. I had some problems driving it though because of the gear change and the steering and various other things. So this will be around 1960, 61, something like that. Very, very, very nice condition. Very nice indeed. Jaguar E-Type Series 1 Roadster, 67, it'll be a 4.2. Fuel rise only specification. Lotus 3 Turbo. Actually, it's a little bit later than that. The ones used in the film was 81. This is about 85, something like that. Yeah. Very good. Ports of plate on this one. It's the area that I'm actually from. Let's go around yes, very nice. More Rovers. And this one's a 2000 TC. That's a pre-facelift one. Series 1, I think they call them. Which covers the Rover Owners Club. Fantastic. So, as well as the P4, I've driven a P6. It's an early one. It's a 67 2000 automatic. Like the P4, it's owned by Alex from the Alex's Assets channel. So this is a Series 2, a V8, 374 plate. There is the suspension for the front. Very complicated system actually in these cars, the front suspension. They do drive very nicely. They are quite soft to drive, but very comfortable. Really, really comfortable cars and very advanced engineering for the day. Yeah, there we go. There's the Series 1 2000 TC. Someone's even left the window open for me to have a look. There we go. It's just as a manual with lots of extra gauges in it too. Is that a beige leather interior, viewers? No, it's not a beige leather interior. This one is the leather interior. It's more sort of biscuit. This is a Series 1 3500 V8. So a very early one with a V8 engine. More V8 engine goodness is over here. Rover ST1 Club. 1984 Rover ST1 Vitesse V8 EFI manual. Yeah, it's very good. Nice reproduction plates for Austin Rover Group, who were the makers at the time. There's space in here for the engine, very good. We do like that, viewers. And we have more goodness over here as well. Bournemouth plate on this one. This is the pre-facelift V8 1980-81 plate. I think a bit of work. Just be very careful walking around this. I'm not sure what specification this is. Actually, it might say on the sort of bottom of the rear here. Oh, it's a V8S. Very, very nice. Van den Pla, yes, we do like a nice Van den Pla, viewers. I do say Van den Pla because that's what they used to use in the publicity material back in the day, although you can say other things as well. It's absolutely fine, it's just that's the one I go for, it's the one I grew up with. So this is a late ST1 C plate, so 85, 86. Again a V8. Even though it's a Van den Pla, it doesn't actually have a leather interior, which is interesting. I would like to have a go in ST1 at some point, viewers. I really should have a go in one. Ooh. More Rover P6s and another Series 1. This is a bit of a later one. The colour really stands out on camera. It looks beautiful. It's actually much brighter on camera than it is in real life, would you believe? So, yes, 2000 TC, 1970 this one. It's actually quite easy to unbolt the panels on these, so if you see there's a rust creeping through, it's not a problem. Change the doors, change the wings, not a problem. Series 2 this one. Why does that say it's a 68 then? Is that the year they came out? Because it's clearly a Series 2 one. So it'd be 71, 72. I think the facelift was about 71, I think, late 71. Could be wrong though. This is definitely Series 2 though. Let's just see what this is. It's a 2200 SC. There we go. I think this engine was only used in this particular car. It wasn't used in any other car. And that looks almost a beige leather interior. I'm not sure if it's actually leather though, so we'll just reserve judgment about that for a second. But very, very nice nevertheless. Oh, no. Yes, now this is almost a beige leather. It's sort of biscuit, really. You do like that. It's just got a 5-speed gearbox conversion in it too. Very good. Later dash with the sort of more conventional gauges in it rather than the strip speedo that came in the 4-cylinder cars. That's got the strip speedo in it as well. Right, I think it's time for some more Rovers. Yes, please. Ooh. This is a really, really late Rover 800. This is a special order colour. It is the original colour, but it wasn't necessarily sort of off the peg, really. And yeah, it's a 99, so the 75 was in production by then. This is an 825. Very good. Again, the colour really stands out on camera. It's a much darker shade of yellow. Not quite a beige leather interior, but we're getting there. Rover 25, let's just have a look inside. Yes, this is probably about 2003, I think. Yes, I was right. So this is a sort of changeover car because it's actually got a different steering wheel in it, but the engines were changed and electrical systems were changed in 2003. Before then was a facelift in 2004. Tell I know too much about this sort of thing, can't you? Yeah. There we go. Don't know what exactly
This one is a 1.4 manual. Ooh, what's this? 1935 Rover 10. Seems to be attracting a lot of interest. And yes, Rover Sports Register and more. Lovely P4s and P6s, fantastic. The colour of the P4 that I tested was this colour, it was black. Rover 90 though was a different model, the one I tested was a 100, and look at the condition of this, it's absolutely beautiful. They are a bit heavy to drive, and at first it's not where you expect it at all, it's where third normally is. So you've got to pay a bit of attention when you're driving it, but they're very, very comfortable cars. And yes, a lovely, lovely P6. Series 2. See what year this is, it's 72 or 73, it's 73. In, I think that's tobacco leaf, this colour, but I could be wrong. I think it's tobacco leaf. And yes, a lovely biscuit interior. Very popular, of course, on a P6 to put the spare on the boot like that. Let's go and see the Rover 200 and 400 Owners Club, because why not? I always end up being placed with them when I go to the BL Autumn Rally every September. Oh, it's a 200 VI. It's a bit like the one that Mr. Richardson has, but his one's green. They have a lot of unique parts in them. Some of them are shared with the later 25 GTI and of course the MG ZR160, but 160 is quite a different engine from the 143 brake horsepower one in here. Those are very rare. It's a 97. Very, 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 very clean looking, isn't it? Very nice. And this is a sort of, just say, kind of crossover car on the R8s. So 216 GSI with a leather interior. It looks a bit like a GTI. These wheels actually were optional, and so was the leather interior. Another option was air conditioning, which this car doesn't have. I do like it very much, viewers, but it's got the little later style front wings on it with this sort of round the corner indicators. So yes, a 93. Later on in 93 they actually started fitting the more familiar grille, so it's sort of crossover between the two. And there's a nice HHR 400 there as well. I've seen that one before. I think we saw the Tomcats last time, so we'll just take a pause here whilst I just work out which way we're going next. Yes, here we go. So Rover 414i, 1998, Coventry plate. So I don't know if this was supplied. No, it was actually by Quicks in Coventry. The 414i was relatively low down pecking order, but this is in really nice condition. It's similar to a 45, which is actually a facelifted one of these. Right, I think that's it for part 9 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show here at the NEC in Birmingham. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and to leave a comment below. It really does help out and helps people to find these videos. If you would like to share them, that would be great too. Part 10 is coming up soon.